fascinating process of elite scrutiny. It all begins behind closed doors at the Royal Mint Advisory Committee, a group of experts in art, history, and heraldry who debate every single detail of the proposed artwork. They examine the artist's vision with a magnifying glass, ensuring it meets the highest standards of British tradition. But the final, most crucial step happens at the palace. No coin can enter your pocket without the royal prerogative, the personal approval of the monarch. Queen Elizabeth II herself had the final say, reviewing the portrait to ensure it accurately represented the crown. This 5-pence coin is the result of that prestigious handshake between artistic genius and royal authority, making it a certified piece of state history. The physical life of this coin began in the heart of Wales, at the high-security facility of the Royal Mint in Llantrisant. Known locally as the Mint on the Hill, this is where advanced engineering meets centuries-old tradition. In the year 2000, the atmosphere here was electric as the Mint worked around the clock to meet the massive demand of the new millennium. Each 5-pence piece was struck with immense pressure using precision dies, transforming blank metal discs into legal tender. The fact that your coin was born in Llantrisant connects it to a world-class legacy of craftsmanship, where billions of coins are produced not just for the UK, but for countries across the globe, making this small Welsh town the literal powerhouse of the world's pockets. Here is a mind-blowing fact. In the year 2000 alone, the Royal Mint struck a staggering 388,262,000 of these 5-pence coins. That is over 388 million pieces. But why such a massive number? It wasn't just a random decision, it was a response to a booming economy. At the turn of the millennium, digital payments were still in their infancy, and cash was king. The demand for small change was at an all-time high as the British High Street was buzzing with activity. These 388 million coins were the essential fuel for everyday transactions, from buying a morning newspaper to making a quick phone call from a red booth. When you hold this coin today, you are holding one of the survivors of a massive wave of currency that was designed to keep the entire UK economy moving during one of its most energetic eras. The year 2000 was not just a date on the calendar, it was the dawn of a new millennium, a time of both immense celebration and deep-seated fear. In the UK, all eyes were on the grand opening of the Millennium Dome in Greenwich, a symbol of British pride and future-forward thinking. But beneath the fireworks, the world was gripped by the Y2K bug, a global panic that computer systems would crash at the stroke of midnight, potentially bringing the modern world to a standstill. People feared banks would fail and power grids would collapse. Yet, as the clock struck 12, the digital apocalypse never came. This 5-pence coin was minted right in the middle of that historic tension, a physical piece of metal that survived the digital scare, reminding us of a time when the whole world held its breath as it stepped into the unknown. Behind the production of this coin lies a story of national economic transformation. In the year 2000, Britain was under the leadership of Prime Minister Tony Blair, and the country was experiencing a period of significant economic stability and growth. Inflation was low, and consumer confidence was soaring. As people spent more money in shops and local markets, the physical demand for transaction-ready currency skyrocketed. This is precisely why the Royal Mint accelerated the production of smaller denominations like the 5p and 10p coins. These coins were the workhorses of the economy, ensuring that everyday trade flowed smoothly during a time when the British High Street was at its peak. When you look at this coin, you are seeing a product of a time when the UK was flourishing and the pound was a global symbol of strength. The reverse side of this coin features one of the most legendary symbols in heraldry, the badge of Scotland, represented by the crowned thistle.
Thank you,
While
may
it may
God
look
bless
like a
you,
simple
amen.
flower, its history dates back to the 15th century and carries a story of survival that is central to Scottish identity. According to ancient lore, during a night attack by Norse Viking invaders, the enemy attempted to sneak into the Scottish camp under the cover of darkness. To remain silent, the Vikings removed their boots and crept forward barefoot.
Thank you.